Our friends in Ireland have been eating something called a spice bag for quite some time, and now it's our turn. Spice bag, not a... Did you blur that, please? I can't say that. Here's what it is. Well, there's different versions of it, but imagine combine Chinese food, which is beloved in that country, with fries, yes, and curry sauce, and everything goes in a bag. The curry sauce comes in after, but it's the best of all kinds of great little fat kid things, and that's perfect for us. We live right at the intersection of fat kid and delicious food. That's us. So here's what this is. We're making a salt and chili chicken spice bag. We're making thrice cooked chips and our own curry sauce, as they might say over there. No, that was more English. Fucking Irish. I have to say that. I had a teacher, I think I've said this before, when I went to school. His name was Mr. Wen. Whenever I try and get my head into an Irish accent, I have to think about him yelling at kids. Patrick, you fucking dink. Get on the bus. Except he didn't say dink. He used another word that I won't use here at all. So, Mr. Wen, we're having a spice bag. Salt and chili chicken spice bag. Make our fries. We're gonna start with the fries, then roll into the chicken and the vegetables, the curry sauce, then comes together in a bag, or as my Canadian friends would say, dans le sac. These are Yukon Gold potatoes. That's a knife, and that's a peeler. And beside me is a bowl of water. We're gonna peel, we're gonna cut into fry shape and put them in the water so they don't start to turn brown. And that's it. The goal in the water is to get off the excess starch, but also if you're slow at cutting and you don't put them in water, the first potatoes you cut are gonna be gross and brown, and you don't want that. So once they're in and they're all tumbled about, let's take them now and we'll put them in this pot of boiling water beside me for our first of the thrice cooking business. And in they go. We don't need a rapid boil on these, so we'll turn it down a little bit and give it a simmer for about 20 minutes. And while it simmers, we get on with our chicken. Those are chicken thighs. By the way, they're skin on, bone in. That's not what we want, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to debone and deskin a chicken thigh if you can't find deboned ones in the store, which by the way are more expensive. So we take one. This is an ass load of skin on this guy, by the way, which we don't need. So let's now just start by getting the skin up. You can see, look how easy it is. Just pull the skin away, away, away. And if you don't like this extra fat here, little knife is your best friend, especially a little cooking guide paring knife. Okay, but now you still have the bone in here, right? Bone, bone. Just lay it out in front of you, and you're gonna cut just down right beside the bone, starting to expose it a bit. And once you can get the bone, I take the knife underneath, just like that. And now, just cut down right close to the bone. There you go. If you wanted, you could pound it out and use it like a little handle. Or just cut, there you go. One boneless chicken thigh ready to go. All right, switching knives to a cooking guy little 5-inch santoku. We're just gonna cut these into thin-ish strips. And boy, what do you see how gorgeously crispy these are gonna be when we're done. All right, rest of the chicken goes in the bowl and we move on. Okay, before we deal with the chicken, the potato fry-like things are ready. They're very soft, so you wanna be careful, and I want them to start to dry a bit, so I'll put them on this rack. You want them where you can basically do this. So you can see how soft they are. They'll toughen up a bit as they cool, but let's get them all out of the water first. And of course, putting them into oil, you don't want them wet, so they need to dry a bit. By the way, this is a step that you could easily do, you know, well in advance. Just have them sitting cool, ready to be fried. All right, these are just gonna dry a bit, cool a bit. In the meantime, let's get some marinade on our chicken. All right, to our cut up chicken, we'll give it a little splash, maybe a tablespoon of soy, a 1/4 teaspoon sesame oil. That's all it really needs. And a little bit of garlic paste. Like a, what is that, half a tablespoon? Into this we will mix. I was gonna use my hand, but Max, you know.
I mean, using your hand there would just be unnecessary.
I like to use my hand. That come out.
You like to dip your hand into raw chicken?
No, I think it.
That's your favorite thing.
No, it's not my
Mushing up
no.
raw chicken with your hand.
No, it's yes, not my favorite thing, but it really gets everything covered well. Bite me. I cook. This is what I want to do. Chicken's done. Let's make a little seasoning. Remember, spice bag. It's time for the spice. Little bowl. We're gonna go with about a 1/2 teaspoon each kosher salt, and coarse black pepper. That should look like about a teaspoon total. Now a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder. This is the important part. If you don't have 5-spice, you should find it because that's really what makes this recipe. And some red pepper flake, about a half a teaspoon. We'll mix. Oh, I'm forgetting one thing. I like about a half a teaspoon of sugar in here. All right, this is all set for when we need it. Next up, some vegetables. Stay right there. Here's what we've got. We've got yellow onion, we've got green onion, we've got a couple serranos and red jalapenos. So here's the question. How spicy do we want this, lads?
Spicy. Yeah.
Spicy. So then what we'll do is we'll leave the serranos intact with the seeds, but we'll just cut nice little slices like this. Any kind of green chili you could use. I mean, could you use a green pepper if you didn't want the spice? You could, but honestly, I think you're kind of missing out a little bit. So I'm gonna do 2 of these serranos. Try and make these fairly thin. You know, the seeds will fall out a little bit and that's okay. Now the red jalapenos, which really are not very hot, but I really like them for color. My supermarket did not have a more spicy red chili option today, so I'm going with these. The serrano will give nice flavor, nice heat, as will the red pepper flakes that we've got going in our spice mix. We need some onion, so get rid of that and just do this. Everybody goes here, and these guys are gonna be for after, so just for a little sprinkle. We'll now move on to our curry sauce. Oh, deliciousness. And here we go. Burner on, pot on, butter in. And that will start to melt. And when it does, we add flour. Oh, God. Fuck. Jalapeno finger, I rubbed my eye.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, honestly, that is so bad.
Can I get you something?
A new eye.
Water?
I don't know. I'm hearing this. Fuck, I can't see. Fuck. You have no idea the pain I'm in right now.
Sorry, I don't mean to be laughing.
I mean, you are.
I'm crying, actually. You just
No,
can't see.
I can't. Honestly, I can't. Fuck.
Do you want like
I
a
gotta
wet
turn
paper
that down.
towel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't open my eyes.
Alright, wet paper towel.
Yeah, doubled and cold, not hot water. Oh, it's stinging so bad.
Pour some milk in your eyes.
Oh no. Not too wet though. Fuck. Thank you.
Jalapeno in his eye.
Thank you. Oh my God. Oh. I can't see out of that eye. We have to move on. All right, I'll do this one-eyed. Holy shit, it's terrible. As the butter melts, oh my God, this is so bad. As the butter melts, we're gonna add an equal amount of flour. A couple tablespoons of flour. This will make a thick paste. To this, we'll add about a tablespoon of curry powder. Anyone you got. I love this guy. And we mix. And the paste is really a paste now. Look at that. Let it just cook like this, about 30 seconds. And when it has, we start adding some chicken broth. I love this. I love this smell. Oh boy, that was almost terrible. So now we can turn it up, let it thicken more. Now you can get this as thick as you want. I like it fairly thick, so I'm gonna stop there. This will still continue to thicken a bit. So let this bubble away and we'll add a couple things. We'll add a splash of soy. That was about a teaspoon. About a half a teaspoon of sriracha. I don't know if this is traditional Irish spice bag curry sauce. They would use the kind of curry sauce that comes from a Chinese takeaway, their terminology for a fast food takeout place. Takeaway, beautiful. Turn it down, let it simmer. I'm gonna throw in a little squeeze of honey, maybe a teaspoon. Let's give this a little salt and pepper. Let it simmer for a few minutes. In the meantime, let's fry our chips for the first time. The potatoes are dry and cool, obviously. I'm grabbing them. The fries they're potatoes at this point. They're not fries yet. They haven't been fried. My oil's at about 325, 330. The second fry, it'll be hotter and we'll crisp them up. Right now, we're going in about 5 minutes to start to cook them, but we're not doing anything about the color. So 3, 4, 5 minutes. When they just start to get color is when we're gonna pull them. And There we're at. We're at just slightly more than 4 minutes. No more yet. I will turn the oil up to 370, 375, and when it's time, these will go back in. Right now, we're gonna start a quick cook on the vegetables. This is a hot wok. This is neutral oil. These are the vegetables from before, and in they go. And this is not gonna take long. We just wanna start to soften them a bit. And when the chicken's cooked, it will get tossed back in here. But for now, this gets about 1.5 minutes. Oh boy. Watch out for the serrano. You can see, tiny bit of oil, and it's not even wet on the bottom. I'm not trying to soak these. I just want them softened a bit. Because if this is wet, when the crispy chicken goes in, the crispy chicken is gonna get wet. Oh my God, first my eye, now my fucking throat. And I have nothing to drink but a fucking Raz Cranberry LaCroix.
Uh-oh, he doesn't like bubbles.
It's vile. That shit's vile. Okay, you see? That's it. Off the heat, let it cool a bit. We'll come back. Now it's round 2 of frying for the potatoes. Frying part 2. In they go. My oil is at 375. It's gonna get about 2-3 minutes until golden brown and crispy. Okay, color's coming. It's coming. Oh, fucking beautiful. Okay, while the chips, as they would be called in Ireland, are getting gorgeous, let's get our chicken ready to go in. So here it is. You'll recognize that. We're gonna put some beaten egg white in. This is gonna help the crisp factor, as will cornstarch, or as they would call it over there, corn flour. And then I grab a trusty glove out of my pocket and do that. And this is gonna help this chicken get fantastic. As soon as the chips are done, chicken goes in. And, oh my God, look at that. That's ridiculous. And here we go, quick shake. Oh. Those are magnificent, and of course, while they're still hot, this is when they get the salt. Little kosher salt. All right, I'm gonna try and keep these guys warm, but watch us put the chicken in now. And in we go. This is probably 4 minutes, maybe. All right, when it's all in, we give it one little jumble. Look at that. To make sure it's not sticking, cooking evenly. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all happening. All happening right before our eyes. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chicken's done. Time to put the chicken with the vegetables, the spice mix, the chips, and get our spice bag happening. All right, you see what we've done here? I've heated the vegetables back up. Chicken goes in. Oh my God. It is so crispy. Those serranos are killing me. And now the spice mix. About a couple tablespoons of it. Now some chips. Now let me do this. All right, we get rid of this. Oh my God, the heat. And now we go like that. All right, just fill your wee bag. And at the takeaway, not that I've had one, they would hand you the bag like this. And out you would go to your car, to a table. And then when you got home, you'd go, "Love, I'm back with the spice bag." Wrong accent, sorry. Down it would go, and you would go like this. And as we say in this country, you would have at it. And this final part is optional, but shouldn't be, because it's the curry sauce. And of course, I could just put in a little bowl off to the side and you could dip, but I think a little drizzle on top's the way to go. And of course, I gotta end it with a little green onion. But now here's what you get to do. Look at this guy, this little kid just hanging out front, waiting for me. You gotta, okay, fine. I'll get a chip and I'll get the chicken. I gotta go chicken first. Salt and chili chicken spice bag. Where the hell have you been my whole life? Oh, the thrice cooked chips. Thrice. Ireland. We've never been. We promised we would come, and we're starting to work on it. But this is one of your masterpieces. I'm sure there's people saying, the guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. We've got some great dishes here. And you probably do. I'm sure there's some fancy stuff. But goodness gracious, man, this is mental. Thanks for hanging, watching, staying through the end. If you wouldn't mind, we'd love a hit of the subscribe button. Notification bell benefits you, not me. Of course, nothing costs you anything. Hit the notification bell, give us a like, and subscribe. Because we bring you this. Well, Ireland brought me this, but I brought it to you. A little while ago, I threw out a line from from something, and we said, who knows what that's from? First person to tell us will win some BFF. And the line was something about all my shoes and glasses, which is from the Jerky Boys. Very funny guys, probably 30 years ago. The point is, the first person to guess it was gonna get some BFF. That's our best fucking flavor. That's our salt, pepper, garlic powder. You can get it at shopstcg.com. And the winner of the BFF is Mohammed. You know who you are? Mohammed, you reach out to us. We'll have a way of verifying you. We'll get your address and we'll send it to you. And once again, we will never come to you in the comments and say you've won something. Send us some money for shipping. It'll never happen, ever.